The Copper Canyon's been on my bucket list for a long time, and I looked for different ways to get there and finally just decided to go on a bus tour. The Copper Canyon's in a pretty remote area, so you take a train and buses and everything, so the bus tour with Gate 1 travel seemed to be our best bet, where it was less stressful. We'll be doing a series of videos showing our trip. It was a lot of miles and it was tiring, but we got to see and do a lot of great things. It was an 11-day trip that started in Tucson at the Hilton across the street from the Tucson International Airport.
Come right in.
Don't mind if I do.
I might have to sell the RV.
Got a nice wet bar. Oh, it's nice and warm in here. It's so cold outside. We were greeted with chocolate chip cookies before we had dinner to meet the rest of the group of 19 people. We started in Tucson, Arizona and drove east to Deming, New Mexico and south to Nuevo Casa Grandes for 365 miles. The bus was really comfortable, but it was a long ways. There was a lot of room for us on this big bus. Each seat had chargers to keep us charged up on our trip. At dinner each evening, we'd receive our itinerary for the next day. Lots of early mornings. We had a great tour guide.
On the way to the west coast, to the area that now belongs to California, San Francisco, looking for this new life. That times of the silver mines and the gold mines. So according that history, that books.
Once we arrived in Deming, we headed south across the border, and we entered the state of Chihuahua. They look for guns and money going south and drugs going north. As we passed through immigration, the National Guard was very respectful as we entered Mexico. Our suitcases were unloaded and we all filed off the bus with our backpacks. Just a short distance into Mexico, we had lunch. This trip seemed to be a lot about eating. First stop was at the Pink Store for tacos. A lot of U.S. citizens cross over the border since it's so close to purchase a lot of items. Then a short stop at the Farmacia before heading south. This area produces a lot of pecans, so of course they had to have a statue. 90% of the pecans are sold to Asia. There were miles and miles of pecan trees. Mexico has housing for the people who can't quite make it to the United States, so they can stay and work in the factories. In Nuevo Casa Grande, we visited the Mato Ortiz Pottery. We entered the artist's beautiful home for dinner, and then watched a demonstration of the artist making her pottery.
Give some mold to begin the bottom and grow with the fingers. Bájale poquito. Bájale poquito.
So good.
Made locally. Yeah. So enjoy. So as you will see here in a few moments, Luli is working black, in this case, very shiny black. Inside the pot, you can see closer if you want, is the color, natural color of the clay. The black part in the outside is made with a strip of manganese. Well, first we make the pot, polish with a stone, and then add the manganese strip over, and then polish again. This way will this way, any color of clay, any color of mineral paints turns black. So that's very nice.
Don't you cry?
No?
On the screen?
screaming.
Yeah, that's good.
Push, baby.
Doesn't want to come out.
She opened.
Too cold.
So weather?
It's cold. Temperature.
It's a magical moment.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You can see the shine.
Look at
Yeah.
it. We got on the bus and passed through the central part of the city of Casa Grandes to our hotel. Every town in Mexico has an Avenida Benito Juarez. We continued on through the Chihuahua Desert. The driving in Mexico is a little crazy, but it works for them. We'll show you more of this part of Mexico in our next video. We're glad you're here.